show you what people are talking about.
This sprinkler is the culprit. As you can see, it's slowly damaging headstones and other features in this cemetery. Now take a look over here. The water is slowly destroying this 100-year-old pillar. Heavy rains flooded the street last night, and drivers are going to want to be careful heading out this morning. The district from here to Fifth Street has brought in a lot of money. YouTube is 10 years old today. It was a decade ago that the global phenomenon was launched and YouTube was born. The video sharing website made history when co-founder Jod Karim posted this first video in 2005. It's a simple 19-second clip titled "Me at the Zoo." The young entrepreneur was only 25 years old when the site was created.
I try to keep as much purple around and just raising awareness.
Carol Devano's office at ACC wasn't always this purple.
Everybody supports me on the purple, wearing purple.
It got this way after she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2014.
There's only a 7% chance of living 5 years when you're stage 4. So I'm trying to spend the time I have raising awareness and funding. So maybe even if it doesn't help me, it'll help the people down the road.
About 48,000 people will be diagnosed this year. 40,000 of them will pass away. That's why Carol is spreading the word, volunteering 15 hours a week with the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. Carol is always bringing people into the cause. She has already handed over 500 hats to friends, family, and supporters.
It's just great to watch. It gives us all hope and helps keep us going. You know, not only do we have our own personal stories, but now we're watching Carol and we're fighting for her as well.
The problem with pancreatic cancer is it's underrepresented.
You don't see very many survivors because there's not many. And so I want to be able to promote it while I can, and they can put a face to victims of this terrible disease.
All this purple helps keep her spirits up.
The doctor just says it's not my job to worry about time frame. My job is to go out and live and enjoy my life.
In Cedar Park, I'm Sarah Duran. For 30 years, CASA has assisted children throughout Central Texas, but the group needs more resources to keep up with a growing demand for its services. In November, CASA kicked off a $1.2 million capital campaign to build a bigger space off Hunter Road. Board President Joanne Germer says a new building will enable CASA to bring in more volunteers and keep more children out of state care.
These buildings do cost money, and so we're trying very hard to raise funding in different ways.
In 2014, the number of Hays County children in state protective custody was 214. CASA was only able to serve 72%, or 3 out of 4 of those children, which left some without an advocate.
There are more and more children coming into CPS care, more and more children who are being abused and neglected, sadly, and the need is for more volunteers.
And all it takes is one extra volunteer to change the life of another.
Most of our volunteers find the experience very rewarding, very fulfilling, and that is because the work that they are doing is very impacting.
I'm touched just listening to what a commitment the advocates make and how important they are in the life of that child.
Community support is what drives this nonprofit organization to success. And the Capital Campaign is just one step closer to making this dream come true in 2016. For Bobcat Update, I'm Sarah Duran. Texas State students may have noticed fewer buses on campus this past Monday. Transit drivers engaged in a work slowdown to call attention to their efforts to get a better contract. Drivers are negotiating with the bus operator, TransDev, for more pay and health benefits. No timetable has been set for resolving the issue. Universal's Furious 7 is still on top at the box office. The car racing action film earned around $60.2 million over the second weekend in theaters. Furious 7 brought in a staggering $147 million in its opening weekend, topping previous records set by other films in the Furious franchise. Part of the pull for Furious 7 is fans want to see how the franchise handles the death of late star Paul Walker. He was killed in a car accident in 2013 before filming was finished. That's entertainment. I'm Sarah Duran.